Alright everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. We got, yet again, another video. It's your boy SSBU. What's going on? Hopefully everybody's doing good. Back at it with yet another Path to Sora. It's part 7, you feel me? Y'all ready for it? I hope y'all are excited for it. Just as excited as I am to talk to y'all about it, alright? So in this video we're gonna talk about Firaga, be more in depth with it, talk about like its different uses and stuff like that, and how it's more than your average spell with how good it is, alright? So if you haven't already, would appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to the channel, and also please turn the post notification bell on so you can be informed of when my next video is. I would greatly appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty everybody, so before we start, I understand that I stated in the last video that I would cover bracket mindsets for this character. However, that bracket mindset will become more useful as I talk about all of the spells like respectively per video, so then you can know what exactly I'm going to be talking about and referring to when I talk about bracket mindset, if that makes sense. And once I do that, the dots will all connect, and there's essentially a method to the madness. So I apologize for those that were looking forward to that. I will cover it in a later video, okay? So, Firaga. Firaga is absolutely Sora's best and most important spell in his toolkit. He can use it for zoning, shield pressure, ledge trapping, edge guarding, starting combos, tech situations, and kill confirms. Did you just hear all that I just said? Do you know how, like, this one singular spell, and he has 3, like, you know what I'm saying? This spell has many of uses. It's actually kind of insane. So, while most Soras understand how good it is for zoning, that's not its only use, and we're going to go over that, alright? Also, keep in mind that any form of combos that are done in this video, I will be using the training mod pack, and we'll set the opponents to things such as air dodge and, like, DI away, things of that nature, okay? So, without further ado, let's go ahead and slide into the training room. The most basic use of this move, of Firaga, alright, is to zone others, is just essentially just to zone others out. So, as a basic rule of thumb, as like I talked about in like one of the first guides that I've done, alright, what's it called? You can obviously just keep people away, right? And then as many times as you want to, you can do Firaga as much as you want to. You can just press, like, you know, press the B button. Nothing super duper special, right? So you see how far that goes? That will like come into play later and will be more important, okay? So you can also jump and do this and then put people in the same situation as well. So as such, like I go here, bop, 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 to cover like either people jumping or maybe like force them to not hit you high and then want to like go low. Something along those lines, if that makes sense, okay? This form of zoning is really good when you have the lead against your opponent to force them to approach you, or to use when your opponent is too fast for you to catch them, so you can just apply magic pressure instead. Because think about it, let's say hypothetically speaking, Cloud's moving around, I'm like, oh, I'm trying to catch you, I can't catch you. Okay, I can just I'm chilling now. The power of the neutral B. Next thing that Firaga is really good for is shield pressure. So Firaga as a whole is extremely good for shield pressure, whether you're trying to force an option from your opponent, maybe try to add a little bit of pressure before you, like, you know, approach and do something different, right? There's a lot of different avenues that you can go with this. So the first thing you can do, right, or one of the things that you can do as well, is you could do short hop Firaga in here, chase it, and then go for a grab. Now, it may seem like that's something that's like either unrealistic or somebody wouldn't fall for it. You'd be surprised. It's a pretty good option, alright? So the move itself is minus 13 on shield, right? However, your shield pressure is only safe when you space it. If you don't space it, people can get incredibly good punishes on you for trying to go for it. So you want to stand at about this distance to be able to apply safe pressure without getting harmed anybody does decide to do anything out of shield. As such, right? See how like I'm out of harm's way, I'm not really getting hit, but you could still respectively apply some good shield pressure. It's just one of those things, and as you like play more characters and you fight against more characters and you use Sora more often, you'll understand what places or what characters can hit you with like safe options or kill you for it, or where it's like very risky to do like Firaga in front of people's faces. So yeah. Firaga is also a really good ledge trapping tool, so you can cover certain options to where they lead into, well, other options that can send your opponent right back off stage or potentially kill. Alright, so for ledge trapping, and when it comes to Firaga, these things covers neutral get up, also roll as well, and I'll show you the various situations to where they do cover neutral get up and to where they cover roll. So as you can see, Sora does have like a lot of different ways to cover like pretty solid options with just like Firaga alone. The thing about it, and the reason why I only cover neutral, get up, and roll, is because trying to cover jump is like unrealistic. Long story short, you could use other spells for that, so that's like we'll talk about that in a different video, you know what I'm saying? So that's a concept there. And then also just as well as, you know, you want to get like clean, consistent like ledge trapping to where it's still good and it will either net you good kills or good setups, but obviously just got to be a little bit more careful when doing it, you know what I'm saying? And not like go for super extra risky stuff for no reason, at least in this case. The next thing that Firaga is really good at being used at is Edgeguarding, okay? So using this spell in Edgeguarding complements Sora's already powerful offstage game by either helping lead into potential kill situations or will kill opponents on its own when placed correctly, right? So, as you can see, Firaga covers a pretty decent distance from here, right? That's a very good distance. Now watch what happens when I'll just go off stage and do it, right? So here, look at how much distance that covers. That covers almost the full like screen to where you can't really see like off screen or whatever that's happening, right? So how can we use this to our advantage? There's a few situations that you want to keep think of this as, right? So I want you to think of the spell as a sniper rifle here. You ever like played Call of Duty or something like that? You ever play like a shooting game where like, you know, you have to snipe, be careful with your accuracy and stuff like that, and be very precise with your inputs. Sorry, not inputs. Be very precise with your shot placements. Well, Firaga is the same in this aspect, all right? So it can be used for a few situations. So the first one is let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? I send Cloud off stage, and let's say I put Firaga just right there, right? You see how it didn't necessarily make it, and it didn't need to. But what it does do is it forces your opponent to go low. That in itself is already important because now you have two options. Either, let's say I'm here, hypothetically speaking, right? I can either put it into a high distance or go into a low distance. I'm sorry, a high situation or a low situation, to where now I can force them to play my game. You now have to make or go for my 50-50 of either getting hit by this Firaga, or if it misses, now you have to deal with the rest of Sora's kit, okay? What it can lead into with stuff like that, right, is, oops, like I can do this. See how I just missed completely? Or how like it just hit Cloud and then he like got forced to air dodge in or whatever and he tried to like make it back. So let's say it misses, right? Or it just makes it. Now you can just do, whoop, forward air, boom, he's done. So as you can see, right, I just put him into a situation to where it's like, okay, cool. If he didn't get hit by my forward air, he also got hit by my counter. And I didn't even need to necessarily make the Firaga yet, okay? I didn't need to, because guess what? He already got hit. But as you saw before, when I did the first one with forward air, right? If you hit it, right? If you hit Firaga, it does two things, okay? It either you're just setting up into a situation to where now you can do forward air and like you'll potentially kill, or you can also do it into counter, where you know exactly where your opponent's gonna be. You're gonna be like, man, I'm about to counter you, bro. It's over. GG's. You feel me? So also, let's just say I'm just doing multiple Firagas in this case, right? Whether to try to hurry up and like clip Cloud's jump or something like that, right? Where I'm here, I did that. Like one Firaga in itself already hit, right? But let's just say Cloud decided to try to hurry up and double jump and stuff, right? I'm going to clip his double jump because of how far out he is. Now he's just looking stupid, like, I can't make it back. I hate you. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't care if he hates us, but you get the idea here. All it takes, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, all it takes is one good shot. And that's why I said treat it like a sniper rifle, because one good shot, or in this case, a quote unquote hit confirm, right? Or I'm sorry, confirming your shots, doing the correct shot, precision or whatever, right? It can potentially lead you into different kills. Now I understand Cloud is like, he doesn't exactly have the best recovery, but this applies to all other characters as well. So please keep that in mind, all right? And also, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you do realize, oh, I already caught them or whatever, right? I caught them and then I hit them with this. You don't even need to go out. Just, you're done. You're done, GG's. Okay, cool. Get back on stage. That's the next stop. This is part of why this spell is so powerful for Sora's Edgeguarding game, right? So these forms of mix-ups with this spell will spell doom to your opponent and will cause them to fear you once you put them into that situation off stage. And that's what we want. We want that fear factor, all right? Okay, so the next thing that Firaga is really good at, right, is starting combos, okay? There are various combos that will work with this spell alone. The key is, in a lot of cases, or for a lot of these like combo starters, is to space yourself to where the later part of Firaga will hit when you can combo the rest. Unless you are at higher percent to where being close to the opponent will lead into another combo. And I will be putting like different combos and stuff, and notations will be included for this, okay? So as you can see, you have many options to start combos with this character, and these combo starters will lead into more important situations that will cause you to body your opponent and can potentially close out some very insane, very scandalous stocks, all right? Alrighty, the next thing that we can do for Firaga, right, is tech situations. Not only can you start up combos, you can extend your advantage state further by reading tech situations correctly. So a common way that this can be applied is on platforms. When your opponent tries to get away once they're on the platform, you can read each respective situation to try to extend combos a bit further. So I will go over all of the things that this will cover, but I'll just say it here in general, just so you can know. So this covers miss tech, neutral tech, roll in, and roll away. All right. Although mastering tech reading will take some time, and I will be covering this topic in a later video, these are a short few examples of the different types of things that you can do with Firaga when you're trying to read tech options. and it's just showing you that things like this are possible while using the spell. Told y'all it's broken, or I told y'all it's crazy. I should have said it's broken, but it's crazy. And last but not least are a few kill confirms that this spell leads into. Some of which will look like they work, while others kind of look out of place. Hence why Sora is a Fighters Pass 2 character of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. While there will be numerous discoveries as the game progresses and Sora's meta progresses, these Firaga kill confirms are very powerful and will help you close out stocks in consistent ways. Also, please keep in mind that percents vary from character to character when performing these. The most important one out of all of these will be full hop Firaga into double jump up air into up B. This will be your, it's not a bread and butter per se, but this is like your, I want to call out mechanic of trying to take stocks. You'll see what I mean when I go into it. Okay? As you can see, this character has an array of different ways that you can set up into various combos. Again, with this, I'm sorry, into kill confirms with this spell. Like, bro, this spell seriously does go down. I told y'all. Alrighty, everybody. So that will do it for the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed making it myself. So the next part of Path to Sora will cover Blizzaga. So although Thundaga is the next the next sequential spell, like in terms of its Firaga, then Thundaga, then Blizzaga, Thundaga is the most complex to understand out of all of them, and the most, like, I call it niche, quote unquote. So especially compared to Blizzaga, so it'd be a lot more simple just to go for Blizzaga first. We'll talk about that one, and then we finally cover Thundaga after that. Okay? Comment below what you think of the video, and I'm serious, I really hope y'all enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun making this, but yeah, I will see y'all in the next video. All right, deuces.